Well, that's where we used to start out here. That's where we used to start. When you at the range, I used to make you start out here.
Yeah, start here and go back.
And then go around.
But I've also found that when I look down this way, I can set it really easy here.
Right. Yeah.
And so that it's, and then I can just hit it hard.
Yeah, well, you can smash it. Yeah, when you're the other way, this goes in because.
Well, I go too straight, and I go this way. Yeah.
See how this goes with that, isn't it? When you used to go this way, you had to go that way. You had to go this way.
Oh, I had to make room for it, didn't I?
There you go.
See you, just.
Very good.
방송국에서 하는 것 같아.
Yeah, you can pan in and out. Yeah. Excellent. In Korea, you're going to do in both languages or just English?
But just English.
Just English.
Just English.
Yeah.
I will subtitle in Korea
You're
later.
going to subtitle it in Korean. Okay.
Okay.
It's a great honor to have an interview with Peter Senior.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again for letting us have the interview.
No, my pleasure.
I heard that you're a living legend in Australia. Can you briefly introduce yourself, such as age, career wins, and like your career championships?
Hi, my name is Peter Senior. I am 63 years of age. I turned professional when I was 19 years old. I have 34 career victories on major tours, and I've had a very good life.
Wow, that's very impressive. What is your most memorable match and why?
Probably the Australian Open in 2013. I was 53 years old. I had my son on the golf bag caddying for me.
Wow.
And that was probably the greatest highlight of my career.
Yeah. So you remember that one was with Jordan Spieth? You competed him?
No, he played at the Australian Golf Club. We had guys like Adam Scott, Justin Rose, quite a few other good players playing at the Lakes. I won it at the Lake.
So you were competing with younger guys and you won it. And how was that possible?
Well, the most amazing thing, and I think this is why Gary Edwin has been so good to me, is that the three biggest tournaments in Australia, the Australian Open, the Australian PGA, and the Australian Masters, I won after I was 50 years old.
Wow, that's
fantastic. It was a time in 1997 where I was having a lot of trouble with my game. And I played with Peter Lonard, who was one of Gary's best students.
Yeah, I know.
And he came to me after the game, and I was pretty disappointed. Even though I won the tournament, I was disappointed because I played so badly. And Gary said, would you like to fix it? And from 1997, I've been with Gary, and it's been the best thing I ever did.
Wow. So next question is, who is Gary Edwin to you?
Well, he's my father figure at golf. So, you know, Gary's been the greatest thing about Gary, he lives for golf. And he gives his time freely to a lot of people. He's helped so many guys. And of all the coaches that I've seen in Australia, Gary is the only one who swings it like he teaches.
Who swings it like he teaches?
Yeah, whatever he teaches, he swings exactly the same. There is no other golf professional that I have seen that coaches and swings the same as what he coaches. So, and I think that's a very important thing so that he can relate to everybody else.
Right, exactly. What do you think is the biggest advantage of RSS in the match, in the competition? I mean, the right side swing.
Well, I've always found the right side swing is consistent.
Consistency.
You know, and it's such a simple thing to think of. I think a lot of players get too wrapped up on thinking of too many things. With Gary's right-sided stuff is all I do is I think of my setup. And if I know my setup is correct, then there's every chance that the shot will be good.
This one, right?
Yep, this one here.
Do you remember your first Gary's lesson? What was it all about? And when was it? Something like that?
Yes, I can remember. The first time I got with Gary was at the Palms Golf Club, Palm Meadows Golf Club. And this was probably a week after the Canon Challenge that I won, and I played with Peter Lonard the last day. And he came down and he showed me all my old swings. And then he showed my new swing that I was playing so badly. It was so different. And the first lesson he got me to do was not to move my body. Straight legs and just swing the top. And that's how we got started.
That's very impressive. What was the weirdest move of the right side swing?
Just staying still, because I had so many moving parts.
Yeah.
In my old golf swing, it was very, very difficult to keep still. But, you know, I've always been a hard worker. When I go and do something, I try and do it to the best that I can. And I practice for many, many hours trying to get it right. And it was only probably 3 or 4 months later we played the Australian Open down in South Australia. And I probably hit it from tee to green as good as I've ever hit it. I finished second next to Stuart Appleby, but the golf game, I was so excited that I was playing so well.
Exactly. We see videos of you have a lesson to Gary Edwin recently too. So what are you up to right now?
Well, I always come down and have a quick check with Gary. You know, it's very hard to see yourself. So I come down, we put on some swings, we get our models out so that we can compare each one, and we go from there. Sometimes it gets out just a little bit, but it feels a long way out. But, you know, the swing doesn't really change much anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
What is your big trouble or big problem in your golf swing?
Well, the biggest problem I had in the olden days was if things started to go wrong, I couldn't fix it.
Right.
So the greatest thing now is that when I start to hit it badly, I know what causes which shots, so that I know, right, I'm too straight, or I'm dipping at the beginning, or I'm going back too far. It all creates different shots, and I can fix it on the course now.
What do you think is the most important thing to win a golf tournament?
Oh, geez. Finishing with the best score.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How much do you drive on the tour? What is your maximum drive distance, and how do you adjust on a tour to get consistency?
Well, I never saw much distance. When I was 50 years old, I never saw any change in my distance. When I got to 55, a little bit, but when I got to 60, I could see a big change. I've lost nearly over one club in my irons and probably 15 metres off the tee. So I don't hit it very far, but I hit it very straight. So when I get on really tough, difficult courses, I have a big chance to win.
Yeah, that's very nice. How far do you hit the 7-iron?
7-iron, I hit 165 yards, 150 metres.
150. So,
which is probably wedge for a lot of guys these days.
No. So we have a lot of right-sided fans in Korea, of course. Yep. Fans of you, fans of Sang. Would you briefly say to them whatever you want to say?
Okay, to all the fans and to everybody who is a member of the club and want to do the right-sided, this is the best instructional area that you could improve your golf game. If you want to be a good player and a consistent player, the right-sided swing is for you. There are so many good players doing this at the moment.
Thank you very much. That was it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's fantastic interview.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We saw this one about 7 videos.
Wow, okay. Wow. Geez, good book. Very good.
Don't show him. If his piece is in there, he'll take your car. So don't show him.
Yeah.
I saw it before. It had to be a double spreader. Okay.
I take it in the cart with me when I'm swinging bad.
That's good, isn't
I
it?
take it with me.
That's good, isn't it?
2 pages.
Are they coming? Are you coming back down again to Australia? You're coming
Probably
back
next year, though. January.
next year. Next year we come and you can play at Sanctuary Cove with me.
Really?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Really?
Okay.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. It'd be good. And nice to see you guys play.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank
Have
you,
you played
sir.
Sanctuary Cove before? No. Good course. Good course. I didn't know you were going to give presents today. Very nice.
Those are
Hey, you got the
little
little
ones, and this is a wood one. Wood one.
Fantastic.
That's the wooden one.
Awesome.
The Q code, yeah, the
The Q code somewhere on there.
So basically, they've got links to the website. So
Right.
basically,
They're all
these
links.
articles,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to scan. If you like something here, you can then scan it with the chapter
Okay, and
code.
it takes you to
Yeah,
the
it takes you to the
okay.
videos.
Fantastic. That is really good. Well done.
Only one.
Only one.
Only one in the world.
This one I like.
Yeah.
We
This
were
one is
supposed
much
to make
better
this
for
one
me.
as a sample, but
Whoa.
wow. Yeah.
That's a Papua New Guinea Open. He just won the Papua New Guinea Open.
Protects my ears.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.